Why is that voices like Dimash, Lisa, Putri, Ariani and Morissette feel so powerful, so controlled, and at the same time so emotional? They come from different countries, different cultures, different languages, and yet they all create performances that connect with people all over the world. So what's really going on here? Are Asian vocalists redefining what great singing sounds like globally? Or are we starting to pay attention to something that always been there? For decades, the global standard for great vocals has largely been shaped by Western artists. Names like Whitney Houston, Beyonce and Adele set the bar. Powerful voices, emotional delivery, wide vocal range. That became the expectation. If you could sing like that, you were considered world class. But today, something is changing. Because more people are discovering artists outside the traditional system. And they're starting to ask a different question. Is this the only way great singing is supposed to sound like? Let's start with something clear. Technical ability. When people hear someone like Dimash, the first reaction is shock, because his vocal range alone challenges what most people think is possible. Then you have artists like Morissette Amon, who combine power with control. High notes that are not just loud but precise. Transitions between registers that feel smooth, not forced. And that's not accidental. In many Asian music cultures, vocal training is taken seriously. Artists often come up through talent competitions, live performance environments, cover culture that demands accuracy. So from early on, there's a strong focus on getting the fundamentals right. Now compare that to some modern Western artists. Take Billie Eilish. Her strength isn't power or range in the traditional sense. It's intimacy, soft vocals, close delivery, emotional subtlety. So now you have two different approaches. One that focuses on technical excellence and another that focuses on emotional minimalism. And global audiences are being exposed to both at the same time. Here's where things get even more interesting, because technique alone doesn't explain why people connect so deeply. Emotion does. Look at Putri Ariani.
And feel as you move your man. Your voice is warm and tender. A love that I am not for sale.
Her performances resonate with millions of people, even when they don't understand the language she's singing in. Because emotion in music doesn't rely only on words. It comes from tone, timing, vocal dynamics, expression. You can feel when the voice is sincere. You can feel when the performance is real. And that's something many Asian artists emphasize heavily. The delivery is intentional. The phrasing carries weight. Now compare that to someone like Adele. Different background, different language, but the same emotional impact. And that's where the line between regional and global starts to disappear. Another major factor is performance culture. In many Asian music scenes, live singing is still a core part of being an artist. There's an expectation that you can perform live consistently, deliver strong vocals without heavy support, maintain control under pressure. Take Gigi Delana. A lot of her performances are done with a live band. Minimal effects, real-time delivery. That kind of environment exposes everything, and when it works, it feels authentic. Now compare that to parts of the Western industry, where performance often includes backing tracks, heavy production, choreography focused shows. Again, it's not about one being better, it's about what the audience values. And right now, audiences are starting to appreciate raw vocal ability more than before. None of these will matter if people couldn't actually find this artist. But the internet changed everything. Platforms like YouTube and TikTok have removed the barrier of geography. A performance by Morissette Amon can reach someone in another country instantly. And once people see it, they start comparing. They start asking, how is this not more globally recognized? That question alone creates curiosity, and curiosity leads to more discovery, which leads to more exposure. And over time, that exposure starts to shift perception. Here's where the contrast becomes clearer. Western artists often build success through branding, image, identity. Take Billie Eilish again. Her voice matters, but so does her aesthetic, her storytelling, her visual identity. Meanwhile, many Asian artists build their reputation through vocal performance, technical skill, live consistency. So instead of being known for image, they are known for how they sound. And when those two systems meet online, audiences get to choose what they connect with more. So are Asian artists redefining global standards? Not entirely, but they are expanding them. Because now great singing is not limited to one style or one region. It includes powerful vocalists, emotional storytellers, technical singers, minimalist performers. The definition is becoming wider. And artists like Dimash and Morissette are part of that expansion. The truth is, this shift isn't about music, it's about access. For years, incredible talent existed all over the world, but not everyone had the same level of exposure. Now, with global platforms, everything is changing. And as people discover more voices, their expectations evolve. What once felt different now feels normal. And what felt like a standard starts to feel limited. There's also something that is happening that people don't talk about. What actually is a perfect voice? For years, the industry pushed one idea: big vocals, clean runs, high notes, power. That was the standard. Artists like Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, they defined that era. But today, the definition is breaking. Because now you have artists like Billie Eilish who built the area of soft, almost whispered vocals, no big bells, no crazy runs, but still global impact. So now the question becomes, is the perfect voice even real anymore? Or is it just what people are used to hearing? Here's the deeper truth. The industry and the internet don't reward the same thing. The industry rewards branding, marketability, image. The internet rewards moments, talent, shock value. That's why you can have a global famous artist and an unknown vocalist going viral at the same time. Now think about that. Someone with less exposure can still outperform expectations online. And that's where the Asian vocalists are winning right now. So what happens next? If more people keep discovering artists globally, then the idea of mainstream starts to change. Because now it's not just about who the industry pushes, it's about what people choose to watch. And if audiences keep choosing strong vocals, real performances, emotional delivery, then naturally those become the new standard. So maybe Asian vocalists are not replacing the global standard. They are exposing them. They are showing that great singing was never limited to one place. We just didn't have access to it before. And now that we do, everything is starting to change. What do you think? Are global vocal standards changing? Or are we just finally discovering talent that always been there? And who's the artist that deserve more global attention? And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.